Good morning and welcome back. This is World Talks coming to life from Warsaw. I'm Staria Stremska. The annual Pride of Poland auction is taking place tonight, bringing together breeders, collectors and buyers of Arabian horses from around the world. So what makes Polish Arabians so special? And after some difficult years, where does Janów Podlaski stand today? To discuss, I am joined by Mateusz Leniewicz-Jaworski, President, the Polish Arabian Horses Breeders Association. Hello and welcome, sir. Delighted to have you with us.
Hello, good morning.
So, Poland...
Arabian horse, yes.
Okay, so let me start with a question. So Poland has been breeding Arabian horses for centuries. How did a country so far away from the Middle East become one of the world's leading centers for this breed?
We are fully rich in the history of breeding Arabian horses. Actually, it takes hundreds of years already in Poland, and we are one of the most successful countries in the world. So we are the Middle Eastern people from the Gulf are coming to Poland to buy one of the best Arabian horses in the world. We are very consistent in the breeding, and because of the long process that our country goes through, we are super successful. And actually, Arabian horses are highly requested around the world. They are very good breeding horses, but also show quality. So we hope the auction today will go very well.
Right, so all eyes tonight will be on the Pride of Poland auction. And there's a rather unusual lot in this year's auction. I mean, an embryo. So someone can effectively buy a future Arabian horse before it's even born, with the pregnancy carried by a surrogate mare. So it is not a new development, though, but it is highly controversial. Why so?
It's actually not controversial abroad, talking maybe in Poland, as the controversial it's still going on because Arabian horse farms, government farms got much influenced by the politics. But in the end, selling an embryo or an embryo right means the right to receive an embryo from the mare, from the female horse. It's fully legal. And it's not controversial at all around the world. This is a process fully legal and accepted by the breeders who belong to the World Arab Horse Organizations. In Poland, there are allowed two embryos actually being extracted from each mare during the year, the breeding season, and one foal being carried inside the mare. So it shouldn't be actually controversial. The mare that will be offered, the embryo that will be offered today in the afternoon for sale, it's a highly respected, beautiful mare from Michalovstad that probably it's the best Arabian horse farm in Poland these days. Of course, except Janów Podlaski, where we are now, but it will be one of the highlights of the auctions today.
So let's talk about some other controversies, because there have been several cases of buyers bidding huge sums and then not paying. Most recently for the Zigizana in 2025, so last year, but also a French buyer in 2022, a Saudi princess in 2020. So is this a common problem in the Arabian horse market? And what risks does it carry for sellers?
It's not a common problem. Always in the public auction that everybody can register, put a deposit and be a bidder. There are always some kind of stories that might appear, and we are not able before the event to predict it. But for sure, it's not a common case. It happened in the future, some cases that people won the bidding process and they didn't pay. I think it happens everywhere, also in the art world, in the auctions of the cars, of the art pieces. So I wouldn't be so controversial here. We hope for an extremely honest and successful auction this year. And I have to say we've seen the last 2 days many breeders from around the world, from the Middle East, from Australia, from US. So we really hope for a successful auction. We will have 16 lots today and 25 horses for sale tomorrow in the summer sale auction.
Fingers crossed, of course. Now, Mateusz, Janów went through a very difficult period about a decade ago with management upheaval, the deaths of valuable horses, controversies surrounding the auction. So how much damage did that do to Janów's international reputation, and has that reputation now been fully restored?
It's a very difficult question because even after the political changes, people were still continuing coming to Janów, to Poland, not only to Janów, also to visit the private breeders. That we have to admit, private breeders are also a really strong part of the breeding process in Poland, because more of the Arabian horse mares, female horses are belong to the private breeders these days than to the government farms. But of course, government farms, they give us the directions to the private breeders. They are kind of a way for us to follow. But we are super happy about the number of people. I think the number of horses entered this year for the Polish national championship is a record number, over 130 horses, and we have so many people joining the Polish national show, watching the presentations, watching the show, the classes. Today we have the most important day, finals, the championship. So means the medal horses will be awarded with the titles of the gold, silver, and bronze champion, and then we will have the auction. Very difficult to say about restoring the prestige, and I think it was never gone actually, because all these years we had the successful auctions and the people were coming. Polish horses. This is why we are here, not because of the politics and controversial things.
Okay, so let's take a look at some figures, because in 2015, the mare Pepita sold for 1.4 million euros. It is still the record price at Pride of Poland. Now, last year, the most expensive horse was Adelita, sold for over 400,000 euros. And so that is a huge difference. What explains it, and what kind of results are you expecting this year?
The horses being sold for a million plus, over 1 million euro, it doesn't happen every year. We don't have horses that can be sold, might be sold for this number every year. So this is fully understandable, and we cannot expect these numbers to be reached every year. However, this year the list of horses, list of lots for the main auction that will be held today in the afternoon is very good, is very decent. And there are some wonderful show horses of the high quality, and also some proven brood mares, means the mares that they produced already high quality foals. So we really hope for the great success. Of course, we cannot predict how many breeders will register, how many horses will be sold. Maybe there will be some unsold lots. But for sure, the highlights of the auctions that happen, the prices appear over 1 million euro. This doesn't happen every year. We have to wait for it.
So for someone who knows very little about horses, what actually makes one Arabian worth, let's say, 20,000 euro and another several 100,000? What are buyers looking at? I mean, the pedigree, appearance, movement, competition results. Could you give us a brief on that?
Actually, we have this saying that the Arabian horse is worth as much as the potential buyer is able to pay for it. So the value of the horse, of course, is measured in the show record, means the achievements that are being achieved in the show ring, in the show arena. And then there is a huge scale of the shows, of the events that the horse participates, from the regional, small national shows up to the international title shows that are world recognized and highly respected, and they are extremely difficult to win the medals. And then, of course, the high quality means the breeding. Actually, we are here because we are all breeders, and the mares, the female horses, and then the stallions, the male horses, are highly respected because of the breeding achievements. Means the mare, the foals that she produces, the quality they represent. This is the real value of the mare. So we will have today in the afternoon some wonderful brood mares from around the world, from around Poland, that are really proven broodmares, already produced wonderful show horses. So this is actually the real value for us as breeders, is more what the horses produce as a breeding horses than even the shows. It's more important.
So Polish Arabians have famously attracted buyers ranging from Middle East royalty to international collectors such as Charlie and Shirley Watts in the past. So why have Polish horses traditionally been so attractive to these foreign buyers? What makes them special?
Polish Arabian horses are really wanted around the world from many different reasons, many factors. They are Arabian horses. It's a lot about conformation, how they are built, how they are moving, how much type they have. Because of being consistent in the breeding for over 300, 400 years in Poland, we achieved some kind of type of Arabian horse. We have very good conformation in the horses. They are very solid built, very well built, and correctly built, and they are moving. They are still very pretty, charismatic. They are correct. They don't have so many genetic diseases. So it's really our value. It's the strong long-term breeding with a lot of conformation value, and also Arabian horses are absolutely used for riding, for sport competitions. So this we also have well developed in Poland, actually, the riding classes. So this is the special value of Poland. For sure, it's a long-term consistent breeding.
And one last question, Mateusz, and I'll need a short answer. Are horses a good investment?
Absolutely, absolutely. So the horses are not only a great investment, but also to have this chance to be close to the Arabian horses that are highly intelligent and extremely charismatic animals. It brings us more close to the nature, to the wonderful horses. And actually many wealthy people, they invest in Poland and around the world, but also it starts now being in our country more and more people investing in Arabian horses. It's a very good investment, especially if it's smart choices, buying good mares that they can produce wonderful foals. The money are coming back.
Mateusz Leniewicz-Jaworski, thank you so very much for joining us this morning, and fingers crossed for tonight's auction.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching World Talks. Please stay tuned for more here on TV2 World.